sure Peter hadn't suddenly appeared, she shoved the card into the slot. Nothing. She realized the card was upside down and inserted it again. At last the little green light came on. Frantic to vanish, she almost fell into the room. After closing the door, she collapsed against an interior wall, trembling so violently that her knees threatened to buckle. The housekeeping staff had flipped on the lights and left clever towel sculptures on the turned-down bed. The room was cramped compared to the royal suite on Deck 10, where she had dressed for dinner earlier. There was barely walking room between the queen-size bed and the ocean view window. Opposite the sitting area, which consisted of only a short couch and a coffee table, the wall was lined with storage cabinetry, a built-in vanity, and a closet. But to Rainie, the accommodations looked wonderful. A small hidey-hole where she would be safe from her husband. When she recovered enough to move, she hooked the Do Not Disturb sign over the outside door lever. Then she began stripping off the dress as she approached the suitcase on the couch. Though a claustrophobic breathlessness made her lungs hitch, she needed to shower and cover her body with sunless tanning lotion before she went out on the balcony to gulp fresh air. Having dark skin was part of her disguise, and the colorant might take a few hours to work. From this moment forward, Lorena Ann Danning had ceased to exist, and Anna Pritchard had taken her place. Rainie's friend Janet, who worked aboard this ship, had kept her promise. The suitcase contained everything Rainie would need to make good her escape: black leather and denim clothing, a silver-studded belt, chunky boots, lots of goth-style jewelry, oversized sunglasses, fake tattoos, makeup, the tanning lotion, and all the necessary fraudulent identification. Rainie fingered a roll of cash tucked into a storage pocket, stared with burning eyes at a Visa card imprinted with her alias, and sent up a silent prayer of thanksgiving that she'd been blessed with such wonderful friends. All set and ready to go. Now she had only to keep her head down for the next 7 days until the ship returned to Seattle. Rainie stepped into the small bathroom to shower. By the time she'd finished washing off the expensive French perfume that Peter insisted she wear, her skin smarted, yet it seemed to her the scent lingered. His mark. Needing to get it off, she scrubbed with soap again and then again. Finally, she came to accept that her compulsive urge to scour until her skin felt raw stemmed more from emotional reasons than her sense of smell. She needed to get everything she associated with Peter Danning out of her life. After toweling dry, Rainie smoothed the tanning lotion over her body and then scrubbed her hands clean before tugging the Elvira wig back on. Before slipping into a white terry guest robe she'd found in the closet, she reinserted the brown contacts and outlined her mouth with purplish-black lipstick. Only then did she feel it was safe to step out onto the balcony to cleanse her lungs with the moist sea air. As she gripped the railing and fixed her gaze on the sinking globe of orange on the western horizon, the night breeze whipped the synthetic strands of pitch-black hair across her face. Peter would be looking for her by now, going first to the ladies' room and then possibly to their suite. When he failed to find her, how long would he wait before raising an alarm? "My wife is missing." Her earlier urge to laugh had now been replaced by fear. What if a search of all the cabins was executed? If anyone could make the ship's captain and crew hop to, it was the rich and influential Peter Danning. By morning, law enforcement teams would descend on the vessel to unravel the mystery of Lorena Danning's disappearance. Rainie forced herself to think positively. If they came to her quarters, they would find only an awkward, sun-baked young woman with brown eyes, an Elvira hairdo, and weird-looking clothes. No one would suspect anything. In only moments, darkness would descend. To Rainie, who'd so frequently gone to the theater with her husband